Shabbat Shalom. What a beautiful spring evening. So many things to celebrate. It is always joyous when we have an opportunity to welcome a bat mitzvah to our congregation. Also, this weekend, in a few days, we'll be celebrating a wedding of, I guess, can we still call her a child of the congregation?
She will always be a child of the congregation.
And so I'm so happy
was.
to see Hannah and Joey here with their family. You look very, I'm not going to make you do anything. You look very nervous. But to be able to see you come and celebrate Shabbat with your families. So we begin tonight with one of my favorite songs by Dan Nichols. It's called Chazak. It reminds us that we are always stronger when we come together. The words are not, oh no, the words are. You have the words in your handouts. Please join with us.
I don't think they're in that one.
Do you want mine?
Can we start now? Hey, we have come from near and far to raise our voice in song. And the more we join in the refrain, the more we feel strong. Chazak, Chazak, v'ni chazek. There is a power in this place and time. It shapes the rest of our lives. For when we return each year, we find a truth we can't deny. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong and let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, Chazak, v'ni chazek. Chazak, Chazak, v'ni chazek. As we sing, we link ourselves to those who came before. And we're one with all those yet to come. Our strength, it will endure. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, Chazak, v'ni chazek. Chazak, Chazak, v'ni chazek.
On Shabbat, we each come here from a different week. One person's week might have been filled with exams and tests and stress. Somebody else may have been dealing with car issues or, I don't know, what stresses you out? Just allergies?
Just hearing the things you're talking about stresses me out.
We each come here looking for something different. It might be friendship, it might be a little peace, it might be to celebrate a joyous moment in our lives. But whatever brings us here, once we get here, we become a community, a Kehilat Kodesh, a sacred community. So let's take a little time to get up out of our seats and to introduce ourselves to at least 3 people who you did not know when you came in tonight.
Where is she? I can't see her. Oh, there she is. She was standing behind.
Lucy got married in a place that was pretty nice. It was near Winters. It was in the middle of a farm that does weddings. Judy would know.
They might be looking at that because we
It was
looked at
like
the time stuff there.
it grew.
Because they told me there was a place in the winter.
I forget. They grow those stuff they make cachet out of. Like it smells good. It's purple. They make like little.
Lavender.
Yeah, lavender.
Sachet.
Sachet, not cachet.
No, I think it's sachet.
Cachet, I think, is like when you store a bunch of guns under your
I thought it
floor.
was just a cache.
In France, it's a cachet.
It is silent, but I may be wrong.
Cash is silent.
Yay, she's out. She's out. Bless her.
It's so good to see you, Judy.
I got a big old bug bites.
Judy, it's Judy. It's lovely to see you back.
For what?
Right, stop mingling.
1, 2, 5, and 9. Baby.
We'll continue all of this happy talk at the end of the service. Shh. We continue with the service.
Or not.
I'd love to invite the people in front to have a seat. We'll have more time to talk during the oneg following the service, but the Sabbath Queen is not used to this 90-degree weather, and she is knocking on the door waiting to get in. So we continue with Lecha Dodi on page 138. We'll be singing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmi'anu el ha'meichad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litila Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Mikrat Shabbat Lechu v'nelecha Ki mekor ha'beraka Merosh mikedem Mesucha Sof ma'aseh v'machshava tchila Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Mitoreri, Toreri Ki ba'orakuni Ori, Uri, Uri Shir daberi Kevod Adonai Alayich nigla Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela
Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala Gam b'simcha u'b'tzahola Toch emunei am segula Boi chala, boi chala
Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela Lecha Dodi Mikrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Mikabela
I am so excited to be able to share the Bima on this Shabbat with our bat mitzvah with there you are, you're hidden amongst all the kids, with our bat mitzvah Madison. And in honor of her becoming a bat mitzvah, I'd like to invite her to join us at the bima along with her parents, Carrie and Jim, and her brother Dante, and to do us the honor of lighting the Shabbat candles. The blessing for the candles can be found on page 120, but first we continue with Shalom Aleichem on page 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharim, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bokem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'matzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Amen.
Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We rise for the Baruch Hu, continuing on page 146.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Please join us on the bottom of page 148. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta, Avta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shach ben uvkumeinu nasiya bekukecha v'nizma b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha leol ba'ed ki heim chayenu ve'ore yameinu uvahe nege yomam v'layla nege yomam v'layla ve'ahava ha'atasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohei Amo Yisrael Ohei Amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed.
We continue together with the Ve'ahavta on page 154. Please join us.
Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lektecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים Ani Adonai Elohechem Emet.
The Micha Mocha reminds us of our exodus from Egypt, of fleeing an untenable situation and running towards a joyous freedom. A freedom that we perhaps have not known for 18 years. Is 118 the number I think it is, Rachel? So for those of you who have been wondering, we don't root for pharaohs, but we absolutely root for kings in this town. And I have it on good authority that the final score was 118 to 99. And I think it's time to sing a song of victory. A song of joy. Page 158.
Mika mocha bahelim Adonai, Mika mocha nedar bakodesh, Nora tehilo osefel, tehilo osefel, malachutecha ra'ovanecha, okeaya liknei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli anu ve'ameru Adonai imlo leolam ba'el. Dai 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 dai. V'nehemar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov ugalo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
Let's do the regular, the one I've been doing.
So we have gone from winter straight into summer in Sacramento. We went from the rain and the cold to 90-degree days. For those of us who are here, we enjoy a nice, cool room. But for those who are seeking shelter on the streets, it just brings a new danger to them. And so as we pray the Hashkivenu, as we pray for God to put over our heads a shelter of peace, let's remember our obligation to act in partnership with God. And let us provide shelter for those who need it most. We continue on page 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Domideinu malkeinu Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hoshkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. Domideinu malkeinu lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hoshkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom. Domideinu malkeinu lechaim.
It's my pleasure to invite up all of our B'nai Mitzvah students who are with us tonight to please join us on the bima with your Sidurim as we continue on page 162 with the Vishamru. And I'd like to invite the adult B'nai Mitzvah class to also join us on the bima.
Did it again. Vishamru B'nai Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat Lidorotam Brit Olam Beini uvein B'nai Yisrael Oti le'olam Ki sheshet yamim Asa Adonai, Asa Adonai, et hashamayim et haaretz, uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, v'shamru B'nai Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat Lidorotam Brit Olam.
Please rise and join us for the tefillah on 164.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftachu Fi Akitei Latecha Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei hakol, vezocher chastei avot v'imahot, umevi geula lifnei v'neihem, lema'an shemo be'ahava, melech chozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Hakol, Ata Rav Le'Hoshia, Morid Ata, Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechaye Hakol V'Rachamim Rabim, Somek noflim verofei cholim, umating asurim, umekayem emunato, lishenei afar, mi chamocha ba'gevurot, umidom elach, melech ve'mit u'mechaye u'matzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman ata lechayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mekayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehallelujah selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We continue praying privately from page 172 through 180, either standing or sitting, as is your custom.
Adonai, Suri, Adonai, Suri vegoali. Adonai, Suri, Adonai, Suri vegoali.
Go
Inside your heart, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when you breathe. Go inside your heart and see.
May the word
of
of
my mouth
and the meditations
of my heart
be kind,
be kind,
be
be true. May they be acceptable to you, oh my rock and my redeemer. Yehi l'ratson imrefi v'hegion libi. Yehi l'ratson imrefi v'hegion libi lefanecha.
Our our hearts now turn towards those who are in need of a refuah shlema, complete healing of body and spirit. Please join with us on page 371. Or please join with us in our handouts with the Misha Berach that you'll find above the healing list.
Sheberach Avoteinu Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov. Mi sheberach Imoteinu Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer.
Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer.
And
Bless us
as well.
Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Bless us with a vision for tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. May the warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith, show us the way. Misha Berach Avoteinu, Misha Berach Imoteinu.
Hear our prayer.
Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. Hear our prayer. And bless us as well.
2017 was a horrible year to be an immigrant or a refugee to the United States. It became very clear early on in January that our country was quickly changing its policies on welcoming the stranger. Within weeks of the new presidency in 2017, our congregation declared itself a sanctuary synagogue and began to work with the larger interfaith community in Sacramento and in the state of California to fight for not just immigrant rights, but also rights for those who were truly seeking refuge in this country. We had a refugee and immigrant assistance committee that looked at different legal issues and different ways that we can be involved. And around the same time, we brought some of those members to our confirmation class to talk with them about what the congregation was doing, because our confirmation class was planning to go on their summer trip up to Seattle to work with refugees and immigrants at a, sounds bad, but a refugee camp, but a good refugee camp. It was a day camp for kids who were refugees, very different than the refugee camps they were coming from, and to learn about it. Now, much to Denise Crevin, the then educator, and my both surprise and delight, it turned out the kids had really been paying attention to things that they had been learning here. And they came back to the temple at the end of the summer and said, hey, we have a day camp and we care about refugees. Why aren't we doing a day camp for kids who are refugees here in Sacramento? Because Sacramento is a major hub for refugee resettlement in the United States. And Denise and I said to the kids, and primarily to Lucy Beckett, who became kind of the leader of the group, if you build it, we'll help you out. And by the next summer in 2018, by 2018, we had started Camp Nefesh. It was more successful than our wildest dreams. Not only did our congregation want to be involved, but the larger Jewish and the larger Sacramento communities were also excited about the opportunity to help the children who are refugees here in our community. So now it is 2023, and Camp Nefesh is still going strong. Even during COVID, we continued with one summer meeting on Zoom, not as fun as in real life, but it was still an important outlet for these kids who are coming from unbelievable stress, and to be able to give them a little bit of a respite, to give them a little bit of a plain old childhood. And so tonight, it's my pleasure to have some representatives from Camp Nefesh to come and speak with us. We have Ava, and I forgot one important thing. Camp Nefesh is a camp not only for kids, but run by kids, by students who are in high school and college, who take on the leadership positions of programming, planning, recruiting, publicizing. They do have an adult board that helps them out, but this is a primarily student-run organization. And so this year's Camp Nefesh co-camp director is Ava Krevin, a senior in high school and a senior at B'nai Israel, and as well as Tanisha Luckenpohl, who is also a senior in high school and is the fundraising director on the teen planning committee. It's my delight to invite up Ava and Tanisha to come and talk with us about Camp Nefesh.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Ava Krevin, and I'm in 12th grade at Laguna Creek High School. I grew up here at Congregation B'nai Israel, attending Mini Minyan on Saturdays when I was little, attending Tot Shabbat and High Holiday Family Services, going to religious school since kindergarten, and serving as a madraha from 8th through 10th grade. This is the place where I learned Hebrew, where I learned about and celebrated Jewish holidays, where I was taught Jewish values, and the importance of doing my part to make the world a better place. Which brings me to what I am here to talk about tonight, Camp Nefesh. I have always thought of home as the place that I was born, but my view changed the summer before I started 8th grade during a conversation I had with an 8-year-old refugee who had come to the United States. When I was 12 and preparing to become a bat mitzvah, I learned that one of the components was to do a mitzvah project inspired by my Torah portion. My portion was Bereshit, the first chapter of Genesis, which features the story of creation. What I was most intrigued by was the story of Cain and Abel and the question it poses, am I my brother's keeper? It made me wonder, are we responsible for others? And if we are, what does that look like? I was introduced to a community service opportunity to volunteer at Camp Nefesh, a free summer day camp for refugee children new to the United States. The camp was inspired, like Rabbi said, by the experience of the CBI confirmation class on a mitzvah corps trip to Seattle, where they volunteered at a camp for refugee children. When they returned, one of the teens, Lucy Beckett, who was 16 at the time, approached Rabbi and the director of education about starting something similar here in Sacramento. They said yes, and with the support of the CBI community, Camp Nefesh became a reality. Seeing someone so close to my age being able to create such a powerful organization inspired me to become involved and make my mark on the organization as well. That first summer, I quickly became close with one particular camper named Zara, an 8-year-old from Afghanistan that had moved to Sacramento less than a year prior. We would play on the playground every day during lunchtime, and one day we decided to play on the boat structure and sail to different places. I asked her where she wanted to sail, and she said home. I, confused, asked her why she would want to go home since we were having so much fun at camp that day. Not Sacramento, she responded, my real home in Afghanistan. Left speechless, I realized that our homes growing up were much different. While I was given the opportunity to be a kid, playing and having fun, Zara was taking on familial responsibilities, caring for her siblings, and worrying about if her home was still a safe place to be. Over the next 4 summers of volunteering at Camp Nefesh, I formed relationships with many campers. When interacting with the older campers, I learned that although our ages are the same, our worlds and journeys could not have been more different. This taught me lessons in gratitude and appreciating the world that I have grown up in. Camp Nefesh gave me the opportunity to be a mentor for kids of different ages to help them navigate this strange new world they were in. Nefesh, which is Hebrew for soul, has allowed many kids in the region to just let loose and be kids for 2 weeks of fun and happiness. I developed the interest and skills to improve the lives of others in ways such as running camp to give the campers' parents a chance to find jobs, take English classes, and learn skills to allow them and their families to thrive in a new country as I continued to grow and learn from them as well. On top of being a camp counselor, I decided to further my involvement in Camp Nefesh by joining the Teen Planning Committee, which works year-round on aspects of camp such as programming, marketing, fundraising, communications, and staff recruitment to prepare for each coming summer of camp. In 2021, I was chosen to become the co-camp director, solidifying my role and commitment in bettering the lives of refugee children in the area. During my time on the Team Planning Committee, I have recruited many of my peers and younger students to volunteer as camp counselors and serve on the planning committee as well. By doing this, I have helped build the framework for a new generation of leaders to be involved in Camp Nefesh and other organizations working to welcome the stranger. I have helped build awareness of refugee needs by sharing information, promoting ways to support the refugee community, and planning and participating in fundraisers to support Camp Nefesh through social media. Although I am going off to college next year and won't be local during the academic year, I see myself always being involved in Camp Nefesh in some capacity. Whether that is remotely, strictly as a camp counselor when I am back home during the summer, or as an adult volunteer, there will always be a place in my heart and a lifelong commitment to both Camp Nefesh and the community it serves. I have learned that we are responsible for others and can make a positive impact while being positively impacted myself. While in college, I hope to take the idea of Camp Nefesh to wherever I end up living and spread education and acceptance that has been present in my community here. So why have I continued to be involved with Camp Nefesh since that first summer? In the hopes that I could give kids like Zara a way to have fun in their new home and to help them realize that home is a place where you are loved and safe, not necessarily where you were born.
Okay, hi, I'm Tanisha, and I am a 12th grader at Miraloma High School, and I've been the fundraising director on Camp Nefesh's Teen Planning Committee for the last 2 years. So I was first a camp counselor in 2021, and I saw the positive impact that the camp had on campers firsthand, and after that, I knew I wanted to be a part of the team that makes Camp Nefesh happen. Being part of the TPC in particular, or the Team Planning Committee, has been an amazing learning experience, and it has increased my confidence in my abilities as a team member and leader. So tonight, I wanted to talk about some of the ways that you all can get involved with Camp Nefesh. So first of all, we are looking for adult volunteers to pick up and drop off campers to and from camp in their own vehicles. Transportation is a considerable barrier for most of our campers because they'll have to get their parents to drive them. And on our end, it is quite expensive to rent vans and the buses needed to accommodate as many campers as possible. So if you are available in the mornings, most likely before 9 a.m., and in the afternoons around 4 p.m. for the 2 weeks of camp, which I believe is June 19th through the 30th, and you are willing to volunteer your time and your vehicle, that would be a major help. And we will be reimbursing all volunteers with gas for the cost of gas. And then another way to get involved is through the Big Day of Giving. As some of you may know, the Big Day of Giving is an annual 24-hour giving opportunity to help over 700 local nonprofits raise funds to make a difference in the Sacramento region. This year, Camp Nefesh is participating, and we are raising funds to create a memorable experience for our campers. Any contributions we receive will help to send a child to Camp Nefesh, provide camp supplies for our campers, and ensure safe transportation for our campers. This year's Big Day of Giving is on May 4th, so it is quickly approaching. For more information, you can visit our website, which is campnefesh.com. And then we'd also like to take this time to encourage you to share this opportunity in person or on social media with any of your loved ones, friends, or coworkers who are interested in welcoming and supporting our refugee neighbors. A good word from lovely people like you all is the most meaningful way to spread our mission. And if you are interested in supporting us in this way, we have ready-made posts and links on our website that you can share. To conclude, I just wanted to mention how fortunate I am to have been involved with Camp Nefesh and the opportunity to coordinate a few of our Big Day of Giving efforts. efforts. I've gained invaluable experience conversing with adults, conducting email communication, and learning about social media marketing. And these experiences have helped me build skills that I know I'll use in college in the upcoming fall and in my future career pursuits. Thank you.
So, Yasher Koach, that was incredibly well said by both of you, and I think it's fitting that this Shabbat is the Shabbat that we're celebrating Camp Nefesh, because in our Torah portion this week we read, "Love thy neighbor as thyself." And is there a better way for us to love our neighbors than those who are the newest to our community, and to be able to really help these children who don't quite feel like it's home yet? And by supporting Camp Nefesh, we're able to help them begin to feel at home here in Sacramento. So thank you both. I hope you're sticking around for the oneg. So if you have questions about Camp Nefesh, not only can they help you, but can some of the adult members of the committee, I know there's 3 of you here, if you could stand up. Oh, sorry. Oh, 5 and Sharon. So look at the people who are standing up. If you have any questions, any of them will be able to talk with you more about how to get involved, how to support Camp Nefesh, and to be a part of this. So thank you both. You guys were great. Now it's my pleasure to invite up the president of our congregation, Josh Masternardi, for some Shabbat greetings.
Thank you, Ava and Tanisha. Camp Nefesh is one of the things that makes me so proud of all the great things that our congregation does. Thank you, Rabbi Cantor and Michael, for a wonderful service, and Mazel Tov to Madison. And I know sometimes I say if you've had a chance to read through the entire Hadashot before you come here, you know everything that's going on, and you can kind of tune out and ignore me. And then I look around, and I can tell that everybody's read the Hadashot. So, But seriously, this is a great week to read through it cover to cover. There's so much going on, and I can only hit on a few of the highlights here. Tonight after services, join us for the oneg, sponsored by Camp Nefesh and the B'nai Mitzvah class. Tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m., Torah study is back in person, as well as on Zoom in the library. And at 10:30, Shabbat morning services, celebrating Madison's Bat Mitzvah. Then this Sunday, in addition to Kulanu, at 9:30, the Racial Justice and Lifelong Learning Committees are presenting the second part on institutional racism in our public schools. Register for that. At 11 o'clock, there's a focus on Israeli democracy with Rabbi Galit and Adar Cohen from last year, from our sister congregation in Israel, for a conversation on updates on events in Israel. And then if you're like me, you have boxes of things that you've gathered over the past several years that need to be disposed of properly. From 10 to 1, Brotherhood is sponsoring a shredding event on the street right outside there. Please bring your boxes. It'll be shredded right in front of you, and you can see that it's all gotten rid of properly. On next week, on Wednesday, May 3rd, the third in the series of Focus on Israeli Democracy with Nadav Tamir, the Executive Director of J Street Israel. Next Friday is Brotherhood Shabbat, and before getting to the wonderful oneg sponsored by the Women of B'nai Israel, Brotherhood is going to be honoring 3 recipients of the Man of the Year Award, since we haven't been able to have Brotherhood Shabbat for the past several years. Next Saturday is Mini Minyan in the morning, Kavanah Shabbat, and then the B'nai Israel team is joining in the annual National Association on Mental Illness NAMI walk. And then Saturday night, our special spring fundraiser with a Doctor Who theme, celebrating Rabbi Alfie receiving her honorary doctorate. And there's going to be a live band, food, drinking, dancing, costumes, so sign up for that.
No toasts, no speeches, just fun.
I was looking forward to an hour-long drosh, Rabbi.
Really important for people to know. No, nothing boring.
So all celebrating the whole night. So please join for that. Then next Sunday, May 7th, the lifelong learning crash course in Judaism in the morning, and then Achim, the discussion group for men in the evening. And then in 2 weeks, on Friday, May 12th, is Education Shabbat and Second Shabbos. We'll be honoring and celebrating all of our wonderful teachers and madrachim or hadracha, and there'll be a chance to eat between the services. So save the date for that. And now, Madison, if you'd like to introduce your family.
This is my grandparents, Linda and Jacob Lewis. This is my other grandparents, Gary and Beth Lewis. No. This is my mom, Carrie. This is Cheryl and Jim, my dad.
Hello.
This is Bobby and Dante, my brothers.
Hello.
This is Sydney, Jimmy, and Miriam.
Shabbat Shalom. Mazel Tov.
And then this is Patty.
Hi.
And this is family friends. We have Nicole. Hello. And Jesus.
Hello.
And Eli and Debbie.
Hi.
And then Christian and Kylie. Hello. And then we have Eddie.
Hello.
And then we have Aubrey and Alexis.
Hi, this is my second time in a temple ever. Or no, third time, excuse me.
Hello.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome and Mazel Tov. And I want to give a special welcome and Mazel Tov to Hannah and Joey and your entire family and friends. And you're celebrating a wedding on Sunday. It's awesome. And now I'd like to ask any members of the Board of Trustees, committee chairs, and past presidents to stand and introduce yourselves.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Steve Orkan. I'm a past president.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Eileen Saracen, and I'm a member at large.
Shabbat Shalom, Jason Weiner, Social Action Chair.
Rachel Stern, VP of Education. I'm going to also just do an extra plug, just to follow Josh's plug about Education Shabbat. Friday night, May 12th, it's a second Shabbos dinner. Please RSVP. We really owe our teachers a lot of thanks this year and every year, so I hope to see you all there.
Nick Zoffel, board member.
Davida Levin Robinson, VP of Membership.
Judy Emick Leatherwood, Chair of the Music Committee, Wrangler for the choir, and I schedule people to chant Torah.
Hi everyone, I'm Rabbi Stacy Peterson. I'm the Director of Lifelong Jewish Learning.
And I'm Michael Herscher. I'm the chair of the Lifelong Learning Committee, and I'm also the father of Sophie Herscher Andorsky, who is here tonight with her husband Nate. So wave your hands around. Sophie grew up in the congregation.
All right, please join us at the Oneg. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Sophie, I made him do that, so you could blame me.
But he acquiesced.
Well, and I feel like I should point out we have one other child of the congregation who's also here, but she's not getting married this weekend. So Abby, also welcome home. It just makes me so happy when I see kids who are now adults and come back for a visit. It's exciting. It's my pleasure now to invite up all of our B'nai Mitzvah students again to join us on the Bima and to lead us in the Aleinu, which can be found on the bottom half of page 586. Please rise.
And the adults, please. Adult B'nai Mitzvah students? They're not coming. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet kedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vekol Shehu notei shamayim veyosed haaretz Umoshav yakaro bashamayim ima'al Ushchinatu zo begovei meromim Hu Eloheinu einod Emet malkeinu efes ulato Kakatuv betorato V'yadata hayom v'hashevota elevavecha Ki Adonai hu Elohim Bashamayim mima'al Ve'al haaretz mitachat einod V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yiyeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad
Please be seated.
It is with sadness that we announce the passing of Paul London, the beloved father of Ted London, beloved father-in-law of Christy London, and beloved grandfather of Ross London. Also with sadness, we recall the recent passing of Dan Levy, the beloved brother of Stella Levy. And also sadly, we recall the recent passing of Paula Weissman, the beloved cousin of Jonathan Meltzer. Zichronam livracha. We also recall at this time loved ones who have passed away at this time in years past. We remember Ari Barankin, Ethel Bloom, Scott Bro, Leon Diamond, Sylvia Fine, Rosalie Friedman, Charles Gordon, Jewel Greenberg, Francis Grossman, Basil Holmes, Shalom Horowitz, Miriam Jacobs, Bert Jacobs, Bonnie Kuchenreuter, David Lager, Franklin Leschner, Bernard Levin, Helen Levin, Marvin Levine, Eva Magat, Stephen Martin, Ralph Merksimer, Irving Michaels, Asher Minkin, Harriet Narens, Helena Nathan, Adolph Pokris, Eli Pollock, Ben Roberts, Paul Rosen, Elaine Sackett, Doris Selig, Bert Silver, Agatha Singer, Alfred Spivak, Gertrude Steinberg, Eunice Swartz, Lawrence Tabor, Jean Weiner, and Beverly Wolf. If there are any names that anyone is saying Kaddish for, any names they would like to say aloud, please feel free to call those names aloud as my gaze meets yours. you're saying Kaddish for a loved one tonight, I'd like to invite you to please rise. And if the congregation can please join me in these words of comfort. Hamakom yenechem etchem betok sha'ar avlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May God comfort you among the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. We rise to offer comfort to those who mourn as we continue together with the Mourners Kaddish on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye techol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam umei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei tekudsha barichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us all say amen. Michael, what beautiful music do you have to soothe our souls on this Shabbat?
I have a song that was written by Woody Guthrie, but I think it's appropriate to sing with a Jewish congregation because near the end of his life, Woody Guthrie came under the wing, under the influence of his mother-in-law, Eliza Greenblatt, who was a Yiddish poet in New York City, and introduced him to a lot of Yiddish culture, particularly the klezmer style of music. And some of you may have gone to the Jewish Film Festival last month, a couple months ago, and seen a documentary about the group, the Klezmatics, who have put out an album entirely of Woody Guthrie music, Woody Guthrie songs in the klezmer style. And this is one of those songs. It's called Gonna Get Through This World. And it's particularly meaningful in light of the work that our high school students have talked about and the committee that we have that puts on Camp Nefesh, because what that demonstrates is that everybody's trying to do the best they can in this world, and often they're suffering under a lot of disabilities or barriers or things that stop them from having a good life. They can't be in the home that they still love and remember, but they're here now and they're doing the best they can, and we're doing the best we can to make them feel at home and safe and secure and all of that. And that's what this song, those are the kind of songs that Woody Guthrie wrote. He was a child of the Dust Bowl, and he always understood how hard it was to make it in this world. And you may not know the words to this song, but there's a chorus that's a kind of a nigun. A nigun is a Jewish wordless melody, and it goes die 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 die, and you'll when I start going diddy die 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 diddy die die die, you need to do it with me, okay? Well, I'm gonna get through this world the best I can, if I can, and I'm gonna get through this world, and I think I can, and I'm gonna work in this world the best I can, if I can, and I'm gonna work in this world, and I think I can, gonna get through this world the best I can, if I can, Gonna work in this world the best I can. Gonna get through this world the best I can. Diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 die. Did you get that? Let's do it again. Diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 die. Well, I'm gonna walk in this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna walk in this world, and I think I can. And I'm gonna talk in this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna talk in this world, and I think I can, gonna talk in this world the best I can, if I can. Gonna walk in this world the best I can, if I can. Gonna get through this world the best I can. Diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 die. Well, I'm gonna clean up this world the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna clean up this world, I think I can. And I'm gonna leave this world behind the best I can, if I can. And I'm gonna leave this world behind, and I think I can, gonna clean up this world the best I can, if I can. Gonna leave this world behind the best I can, if I can. Gonna get through this world the best I can. Diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 diddy die 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 die.
Michael, I cannot think of lyrics that are more Jewish than, oh yeah, I'm gonna get through this world.
Yeah, the first word is well. I think we need to change that. Oy.
We conclude our service with the Kiddush and the Motzi. The Kiddush can be found on page 123. Please join us.
They've got little Kiddush cups over there. This is for you. You do. It's your day. You want Kiddush?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, why not? You ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר לציית מצרים, כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. Baruch atah Adonai Mekayim
changed our tradition. And so instead of everybody touching the challah and then who may or may not have washed their hands and then eating it, we have a beautiful untouched but sliced challah awaiting you along with all the other deliciousness at the oneg.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom v'teva.
Please join us in the oneg, which are through those doors.